So we mentioned previously, Christian Combs, Diddy's son, dropped new music produced by Kanye West. It is a project called Never Stop. We have a few songs off of the project. Let's take a listen to Diddy Free.
This shit gets us, they try to play the victim. Outspoken, I ain't keeping this shit in. W's in the chat, we're gonna winning. See you winning though. Popping out, heads still spinning. This $1 million smile got them grilling me. They be taking shots, they can't trigger me, nah. But it's gonna trigger me. Off the world, critics and the witness. Face game, trying to dirt the image. Sitting, digging down, that's still on business. They can't stop us though. I'm on hot, so I ain't cool, triggin'. It's always something, don't got shit to prove. Broke, digging, don't got shit to lose. I ain't one of them.
I disagree with the title of the album. It's called Never Stop. You should know when to stop. Okay, and now is the time to stop. Your daddy is on trial fighting for his life, and you using that for marketing. Didn't he? He didn't learn from the last time when he did that freestyle talking about the fans should have searched the other house.
But that aside, the beat go crazy, but I could hear somebody else on it. Like, I don't know.
This is the album art.
Baby Boy rap, like, you know, like he not really confident yet.
Baby Boy
like,
rap
he
like he
really
can't
have
rap.
a commanding voice, like, oh yeah, like this. Cause that beat you post, I could hear Ye on that. That's the beat you like go in, like you perform on.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is? He raps like somebody who grew up around rap his whole life and wanted to be in it, but he don't really got it. You know, and he always just seems like he drops things at the wrong time, and now was the wrong time. They just did closing arguments yesterday.
It don't sound as bad as y'all say, but
I ain't say it was bad.
No. I actually just say big up the beat and all of that. But I just feel like
I just think it's bad timing. I wouldn't put it out.
I ain't say it was bad. I ain't say it was good either. I'm just saying it's just a record, and like it's just terrible timing. Nobody wants to hear that from him right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he on there talking about F the witnesses.
All right,
everything.
He gonna learn. He clearly didn't learn the last time. He literally he was taunting the feds and told the feds, y'all hit the wrong house.
It's bad time. I would have waited. I would have waited at least a week.
He also has another one. It's called People Like Me, and it's talking about. Let's just take a listen to the song.
These rocks are made out of asteroids. I'm my dad's boy. All that I ask, Lord, I said a prayer when don't turn your back on my family like these rap boys. So you can point your middle finger and say there go the bad boys.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that one.
Man, fart on that record. Man.
I did don't fart on it. That's taking me. I don't want to fart.
He's
I like
using
that. His voice,
Charlamagne.
I did like that Can't Stop, Won't Stop record. Yeah, Kodak Black though back then.
Oh yeah, that was about. That was about.
I don't think it's that bad. I just think it's bad timing, right? You got these witnesses, you got everybody, and I get it because that's his pops. So he wants to defend his pops.
For sure.
He wants to go at all the people that he's probably seen at his, that his pops didn't help, and now they turned their back on him. But I just think it's bad timing. Not right now. Wait a week.
Yeah, not
when
even
this
a
is
week.
Because when a week is, it'll be over.
Man, wait a year. Like, let your daddy figure out what's going to happen with your pops. Yeah,
because it'll be over in a week. The court case will be over in a week.
Man, figure out what's going to happen with your pops and all that. It just feels weird to be using this as marketing. Because that's what he's doing. He's using this whole situation as marketing. That's whack.
I mean, or is it whack, or is it just him expressing himself? Because we're gonna move on from this, because I do want to get to the second story. But he also has a song on this project about his mom and missing his mom too. So it's not just about his dad, but he's going through that in real time.
He said he was using the whole case as marketing to sell an album, but
what else is he gonna talk about right now?
And then it's more so him saying, is the little bit that we heard is more so him saying like the family, like y'all don't turn y'all back on us. It's not really like subjected to only his dad. It's literally him. He talking about him and his siblings.
He can tweet that.
Yeah.
True. Well,
yeah, you're right. But I do like the last record though. But what you say, Loren?
I was saying I wanted to get to this T-Pain story. So completely separate than all the Diddy stuff. But so yesterday there was an interview that went viral. This interview was actually from 8 days ago on the Crash Dummies podcast. T-Pain was speaking on Drake on the podcast and it went viral. Let's take a listen.
One thing I learned from Drake, but one thing he hasn't followed his own words. Drake said, I want to be one of them people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. I have ever since said, I see y'all when I drop, don't worry about it, I'll just drop something. Let me know if you heard it. Drake is like, no, listen, okay, I got another one. Hold, check this out. Check this out. Y'all didn't like that one? Okay, real quick, just one more. Let me try one more. And then he's the person that he said, he didn't want to be. And I learned that from him. Like, when he said that, I want to gracefully bow out and not get kicked out, I was like, you know what? I'm out this
This is live shows now.
I'm out this mother. I'm not trying to impress y'all. Y'all don't give a if I live or die.
Yeah.
I'm done. I did everything that I was trying to do. I changed the game. I made a sound. What else?
Now, this went viral even though it was an 8-day-old interview because Drake actually commented in the comments of a blog that reposted this interview and said, this guy's always had resentment for me. You can hear it every time he speaks on my name. So, of course, then blogs went and picked up Drake's comment. And I didn't even know that there was like a little tiff between the two of them.
I had no clue.
It's not.
I had no clue.
Drake just responding to me, whatever.
Yeah, but I would feel the way too. Drake is not over. He just had a #1 record.
Well, to add more context, if you watch the full interview, he wasn't necessarily trying to say, well, maybe. He was more so talking about knowing when it's your time to kind of like take a step back. And he said he learned his lesson with that. Let's take a listen to T-Pain on dropping albums.
Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to stop making music, but the album process is not my favorite anymore. Yeah. I will drop singles. I will drop albums. I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you. If you want to hear it, I'll tell you where to go get it. Yeah. But I'm not doing the process of
showing up at the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, come on, bro. I'm not done. Me and Charlamagne done had our quarrels already. We done did our things already. And we have respect for each other now. We know that we respect the game, but we know that it's not worth it. We've done years and years and years of this work, and then your album could be shut down by one meme. I'm not willing to put my mental health at risk for that.
Yo, I totally agree.
Yeah. Well, and Drake not done. Everybody eventually gets to the point where you're not as hot as you was, but Drake will always have a core base to feed.
100%. I think he more so was leaning into how some people felt like Drake should have took a second and not release so much music after all the Kendrick stuff and let things, because people were going to come for you either way.
I agree with that.
That's how I took it, but that isn't what he said, so I can understand why Drake was upset. But what you do to T-Pain?
What I do to T-Pain?
Yes.
I ain't do nothing to T-Pain. That's my guy.
Now, Pain been up here a bunch of times, but I would say the thing with Drake is Drake has had big records in the last 2 years after the whole Kendrick beef. So I don't know why people think Drake's career is over.
It's not. Yeah.
No, Kia is still a big record that plays big in the clubs. We played a year ago, 2 years ago. We played the Drake and SZA. That was another record. Like, he's had records. He's had records on the charts.
Back in the day, I did tell T-Pain that he couldn't sing without an auto-tune.
Oh, we have the audio. Of not what? The back in the day, but him recounting the encounter with you. Let's take a listen to T-Pain speaking on Charlamagne.
You don't know when Kanye went to Breakfast Club and Charlamagne was like, Jesus was whack. Right to his face.
I didn't like the album at all. And I was a Kanye West fan. Yeah. But Jesus was whack to me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Charlamagne got out of that, though. That was his thing.
He grew up.
The first time I met Charlamagne, he fucking roasted the shit out of me. I'm a brand new artist. I didn't know how to fucking respond to that. I responded with pure violence. Like, bro, what is your problem? You want to fucking, like, what's your problem with me? I don't know. I was like, bro, who the do you think you are? I was like, I'm Charlamagne the God. When I talk, the streets listen. Like, you're on a radio station in South Carolina. You got to stop doing
this was back in them days. Oh, yeah.
That literally sounds like something that Charlamagne would say.
And?
He'll say, when I talk, the streets to listen.
What he said, Jess?
When I talk, the streets listen.
And the funny thing, Jess, he said Charlamagne changed, but 5 minutes before he just farted on some bars.
Crazy.
No, but you know what's so crazy? T-Pain also said that time he came to South Carolina made him take singing more seriously, and he stopped smoking and everything else to take his vocals more seriously.
You will definitely make somebody take something serious, baby. You are
because he actually can sing without auto-tune. It was just something that he was doing, but he did, I think, invent the trend of that sound being cool.
Yeah, but he couldn't. Back then, he couldn't sing without it.
Yeah.
I mean, but we know that for sure that he didn't want to, because that was his style, you know?
Bro, that was on Hot 103.9 in Columbia, South Carolina. That's when T-Pain had one record out. It was Scripper. Love with the Scripper.
Scripper.
Yep.
And he still never missed, so shout out to him.
Oh, no, T-Pain is phenomenal. T-Pain is an icon.
Yeah, and then shout out to Drake, too. But I didn't even think what T-Pain said about Drake was like saying like his career is over. I just took it as like he was talking about the beef side of it, like bow out gracefully. I didn't even think about him saying
I didn't
y'all
take it
took
that
it like
way
he was saying Drake's career is over.
Drake seemingly took it like that in his comment.
Yeah, Drake.
All right,
Drake still.
we gotta go, guys. All right, well, that's the latest.
Oh, damn, yeah, it's 8:04, my bad.
That's the latest with Loren. When we come up, we got Donkey of the Day
The
now.
people's donkey. You know, people can call in on Fridays and give folks the credit they deserve for being stupid. So hit us up right now, 1-800-585-1051.
And let's get into a T-Pain joint. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.